All right, guys, hey, let's talk about the mental aspect of weightlifting, okay? The snatch and the clean and jerk. I get this question a lot, I get past my PR, I get to my PR, and it just seems like I can never get over the hump. I can't get past my PR. It's messing with my head. I don't feel strong enough. It feels slow. All these different things. I think I'm afraid. So let's talk about it a little bit. So this is the concept that I use that helps me approach a new PR and stay confident in that new lift, right? So this is the weight on the bar. This is the time it takes to get from the ground to mid-thigh. And the example I'm gonna give is just for somebody who snatches 250. It's just an example. It could be somebody who snatches 100. The same concept stays the same. And all these times are actually just made up. It's just the general idea, okay? So, weight on the bar, 95 pounds. Let's say it takes 0.17 seconds to get it from the ground to mid-thigh. Boom, very fast. 135, 0.2 seconds. Right? Maybe it's only slower by 1,000th of a second, but we can agree it'd be maybe just a tad slower to get to the exact same spot, even if you're pulling it as hard as you can. You get the idea. As you go up, it's gonna get a little bit slower, a little bit slower. Now, what's that mean? If they go to try to snatch 260, it might take them 0.35 seconds. It might take them longer. They're gonna have to be more patient than they've ever been in their entire life. It's a brand new lift. Okay, so I think as soon as you accept that, it's gonna feel heavy because it will be heavier than you've ever gone. And it's gonna feel slow because it might be a little bit slower before you get into that final extension position than it's ever been. But that's a good thing because that means you're getting stronger, and weightlifting is as much about figuring out the timing of how to lift the weight as it is about actually lifting the weight, right? John Bros said in an interview quite a while ago, and it's something that's always stuck with me. Most of the time we miss a weight, it's not because we can't miss the weight, or we can't make the weight, sorry. It's because we haven't figured out how to make the weight yet. So if most of our lifts are done at 75 to 90%, let's say for training for percentages, let's just say it's in this general time frame, 0.24 to 0.27 seconds, that's the general time it's taken to get to this position. When we go for a new PR, that's gonna say take 0.34 seconds, right? By the time, at 260 pounds, 0.34 seconds, that's when we hit here. When did that 0.24, 0.27 hit? Lower, right? Maybe it was low thigh. And that's when you see people feel like they gotta give it more, and they start their extension sooner and they freak out. When you gotta train your body to know, it's just the positioning that you need to understand, and that's when you need to wait for it, okay? Because every one of these lifts is different. Every time you lift one of these weights, it's a different snatch. Right? 95, let's say I weigh 200 pounds. 95 pulls me forward a little bit. 185 pulls me forward a lot more. 250 pulls me forward weighing 200 a lot more than the other one did. And so does 260. So every time you lift a new weight, your body's learning a new relationship, right? You and the bar start to have a combined center of mass, right? Whatever I pick the bar up, maybe it's more towards the weight, right? If you're snatching or cleaning more than body weight, or maybe it's more towards you. Either way, every time you put more weight on the bar, the relationship changes a little bit. You have to now figure out how to make it work, how to balance, how much harder to pull back, how to be a lot more patient as you begin going up. So again, guys, it's just a general idea, a general concept, but it's something that helps me when I approach a PR, and on those days where I'm like, man, it feels heavy today, or it feels slow today, I kind of stop and think, man, well, I'm going after more weight than I ever have. So maybe it is actually just taking a little bit longer, right? Maybe it is a little bit slower today, and that's okay. Because as long as, even if it's a couple hundredths of a second slower, or 1,000th of a second, I don't care how much slower, even if it's a little bit slower, that's a good thing, because that means I'm getting stronger, and I just have to continually fight to hold those positions. So this is kind of the concept I hold in getting myself over a mental plateau, is just knowing it's gonna feel heavy, it's gonna feel slow. I don't care. All you have to care about is knowing that final phase before you start extending. As long as you're holding position, you're going to be just fine. Good. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. It's just the idea, okay? It's going to be a little bit slower each lift you go, and you got to learn how to lift that new weight. And congratulations, you're in a good spot. Just accept it's going to feel a little heavier because it is, and it's going to feel a little slower because it is. But guess what? That means once you accept it, you're on your way to PR. All right. We'll see you guys.